I'm sick of this losing, winning, losing business. I'm just going to start losing every game. But of course, we have a bye week. Going up against the Lions afterwards, a very tough loss to the Niners, who now have the season sweep on us and are currently 5-1 in the division. We are at multiple games behind them, and in general, in third place. So, heading on to the bye week, obviously this isn't going to affect us at all, but we do get a little bit of free XP, I believe. Oh, and a bye week thing, which never really goes well, but I'm gonna, I'm just gonna take a look anyways. Team morale bonding, team bonding retreat. Is that really a thing people do? You get more morale, but you get bad awareness. You get more XP, but you get bad stamina. You get more awareness, but you lose stamina. I stay grinding because we lost. We get 500 XP. We lose 7 stamina. I don't think that was actually a good trade-off, now that I think about it, but here we are anyways. And of course, we're going to lose even more stamina when we're practicing. Wait, player... Oh, my player health. I don't give a damn how healthy they are. I am an NFL coach. I don't care how healthy my players are. They're going to play, damn it. They're going to play. They're going to practice. I don't care. Oh, Miami's calling. I wonder what they have. Job offer. Oh, okay. And here we are. The 2-4 Detroit Lions, who are an 80 overall, actually lower than us, which is kind of rare to find, to be honest. We're going to be at home for this one. It's a primetime game, which is a little strange. And also, we have some upgrades, but we also have more weekly strategy. Let's take a look at the players of the week real quick. I'm just always curious to see how everyone's doing. Ironically enough, what are the actual odds of Tua showing up after that? Like, what are the actual odds? Like, because he has one earlier this season, in fairness, but what are the chances of that? Come on now. But let's take a look at the team. Obviously, not everyone that watches this video or watches these videos is always up to date. Maybe you haven't seen the roster lately. Maybe you haven't seen, oh yeah, Gabe Jackson's back. That's kind of cool. Maybe you haven't seen, the ratings, whatever it may be. But this is the team. Hikaru's down 2 morale, which is just fantastic. Of course, we do have some upgrades, obviously. Tariq Woolen's a superstar. Did any of the rookies reveal themselves yet? I know Davenport didn't. Banson didn't. Buckley is a star dev. Maybe that's already been a thing. I haven't really paid attention to that too much, but fair enough. Also, like we said, kind of sucks. No breakouts, which is, kind of an L. Let's do our strategy, take a look at the injuries, do our upgrades, and head right on in. So their turnovers are apparently good, but everything else sucks. I don't think you have to really worry about the ground game from the Lions too much, so we're going to look to stop the medium pass. And then as far as going against them, they kind of suck at everything as well. I think we're going to focus on running the ball. As far as injuries go, we have none, which is awesome, finally. And Detroit has none. Awesome, kind of. There's a bunch of upgrades. They're all kind of like mini upgrades, though, like not super starters. But Tariq Woolen, of course, we talked about. We do want to get his zone coverage up, but slot upgrades are just so OP. We got to go for it. And he gets a speed, which officially puts him at 99. Some would say that's kind of crazy. Bryce Porter, the rookie who's actually been heating up a little bit on the stat sheet, gets himself an upgrade, which is, okay. We probably should have looked at his rating because I haven't seen it in a while, even though he probably hasn't upgraded too much since being a starter here, of course. Banson is a tackle, so we want the finesse to be up there, but at the same time, it would be nice to just have everything 70 plus and then focus mainly on the finesse stuff. And whether or not that happens, +2 to strength is never a bad upgrade. Jermaine Caldwell, the return specialist, who's obviously very young, could develop as a true wide receiver at some point, has a very good upgrade as he gets a ton of route running, +2 to catching, and a speed upgrade, putting him at 98, almost to 99 as well. The very raw late draft pick safety DJ Callahan gets an upgrade, and once again, another speed upgrade, putting him at 91, +2 to zone coverage, which is nice as well. Northcutt, let's see what kind of upgrade he gets as he's been heating up himself. Power rusher, +0 to power rush, which for a guy that doesn't upgrade too often, that's pretty harsh actually. And even though Slater needs elusive upgrades because of speed, we got to keep going power because that's what his specialty is. Gets nothing for trucking or stiff arm, which is a mad L. Some of these upgrades have been a bit brutal. Another speed upgrade. Bo Melton, 2 medium, 1 deep, 1 short, 1 speed. Kind of sucks we did kind of like push him out the door a little bit, but at the same time, we did have Xavier Moore, who looks better. And before we actually go in, it's middle of the season. Let's take a look at some of the prospects for right now. You can see a couple of quarterbacks in there. Top 5, Tony Foster looks really solid. Don't know what his speed is like, but I think they do kind of give you the potentials. Not really a lot going on there. Maybe at best, maybe like a 76 speed, perhaps. A couple of, maybe names later on as we, kind of seen last year. Hoffman, Nate Jackson, Saban, they all kind of remind me of the 3 that we seen later on in the draft and ended up going with Hikaru, but as of right now, that's what that looks like. Wide receivers, maybe a couple of players, but overall, everyone looks pretty raw right now. It's obviously pretty early in the scouting process. Things could change, but O-line's definitely another focus of ours, especially at the guard spot. DT wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, or interior guy in general wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to look to develop, and Mafe really hasn't done well for himself, even though he has potential, so his position's not set either. And look at this McKee, McGee? McGee looks really good, At worst, he's an A-catch, B-man, B-press, C-zone corner. Could be a A-zone corner, though, for all you know. There's also a 6'4" corner, but obviously he's a bit up there. So, there's some potential there. Obviously, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves with the draft, but yeah, let's hop into this game against the Lions and hopefully make that draft pick a little worse. Ours, at least, not theirs. We want theirs to look better. Like we said, for some reason, this is a primetime game, and for that, both teams going to be rocking with the alternate uniforms. They're going to be rocking the quote-unquote Thanksgiving Day uniforms, as they don't get to play on Thanksgiving anymore. We've revoked them. As a league, as a whole, 31 teams got together and decided, you know what? That's it. No more Thanksgiving for the Detroit Lions. They just don't have it anymore. They're not allowed. Of course, we're rocking the neon green. I don't know it's what I just said, but I said it. And it's going to be a nice little colorful matchup. I like it. It's going to be a fun one, and hopefully Hikaru really takes a step forward in this game specifically, as once again, Detroit is that team that you've got to go out and perform well against. Even if you lose, you personally have to play well, right? Like, we need Hikaru to have a good game here today. The Lions are lacking quite a bit still on their defense. I don't care, what happens elsewise. Hikaru has to play well here. And we're going to be starting out kicking the ball. Detroit's going to get the first chance here to put up points as they're returning the ball early in this one, and a huge hit fumble, but they're actually going to gain yards on it, which sucks. Blair with a nice hit, but it ended up actually costing us like an extra 6 yards. Good reaction time by the linebacker to pick that up and, gain yards with it. Of course, a little surprised that the Lions didn't go quarterback last season, but they're sticking it out with Goff, and he's having an okay start. It's about what you're going to expect from Goff, to be honest. Can't really expect much more. Going to be coming out with a blitz early in this one. Once again, talked about not really worrying about their run game too much, but also not going to just let them run it on us freely. Well, I said what I said. Doesn't mean it's true, as they're going to gain 15 yards breaking tackles with DeAndre Swift. He's very talented. It's just there's something about Detroit that just they suck at running the ball. I don't know. And their line's not bad. They've got a decent line. Of course, Brooks on the inside could be a run again, and it will be. This time, however, Northcutt not going to let him go anywhere. He gains a yard at best. That's a big feller. Just saying, that's a pretty big feller. Adams playing the purple. That destroyed my brain hole. Quick to the outside, and Mafe, decent tackle on Jameson Williams. Should be short. Nice quick throw to the outside. Mafe, I was wondering, something seems odd here. It's like, it's Mafe in coverage against, they're going to give him the first down, apparently, against a very fast wide receiver, obviously. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Diggs playing the hook, but could jump this and will. Really good blocking. Talking about not worrying about their freaking run game, and so far it's off to a pretty good start. This is why we need help. Is that Odell? I think Odell is in the slot for them. We are completely, not on the running back here at all. He's going to get the first down. Trying to bait him out at the line, trying to throw him off on where players are going to be, but just ended up throwing ourselves off on defense. How does a player get over? I don't even think Sydney's going to get over. And look at this. Look at the deep safety. He's not over there in time. And there goes the sack. Bringing the blitz. Getting him with Ed Oliver and Kalen Barnes. I believe it was Ed Oliver. I think so. And it was. Look at those two combining for a sack. That is a big play. Got a lot of DBs on the field here, so if they run it, this could be a really good call to set them up for a field goal. Instead, they are going to throw it, so it makes us really smart. That curl route's open, but I can't do anything about it. Porter, the rookie, with a really good tackle. Only going to gain about 4 on that play. Gotta play some defense here. Even if they get the field goal, that's fine, because they look like they're going to do a lot more than a field goal on that first drive early on. That drag looks pretty open. Will he take it? He's not going to take it. All the time in the world, and he throws it away. I mean, this is going to be a tough field goal now. Instead of taking that drag to gain enough for the field goal easily, going to make the kicker have a little bit of a tougher time. Kobe with a block recently enough. Not going to get one here, but doesn't need to. It looked like it was blocked. That was such a bad kick. What was that? Aldrick Rosas. I mean, it's not even close. That was awful. But hey, we'll take it as Hikaru is going to start with decent field position and no score deficit, giving him a chance to take the lead right out the gate. We'll take it. I'm glad they didn't show the stats, because I was about to say what we will not take is those numbers, and didn't have to worry about it because they didn't show it, thankfully. Of course, Kenneth Walker, it is a dive play, but you do have the fullback going out instead of running inside, so I was like, okay, I'm going to follow you. Poor leader he was, because he threw us right into the fire. And there goes Moore, speaking of him, pre-game, winning that slot receiver job in preseason. Nice 14-yard gainer to start her out. It's just tough. You usually don't have enough time. Ooh, can we play action? I don't want to, I guess flipping the sides doesn't work too badly here. We're going to do it. There's DK. Some pressure, underthrown, but a caught ball by DK Metcalf, gaining about 16 on the play. It's all about reacting to what the defense is giving you. They ran the blitz on the side we would have to throw into, so we switch the sides and we get away from it. And this time the dive play cutting back works as Kenneth Walker slips the tackle. Stiff arm down to the 4. What a play. 19 yards inside the 5. Now at the goal line with a fresh set of downs. Nice blocks on the interior. Really good cutback. Slips off the safety. Maybe got a little excited with that stiff arm, but the guy looked like he was right on us, so I don't hate the decision, and we're inside the 5, like we said. Slater from the 4. Can he get a block? He can. He's going to truck into the 2. It's just so weird because, yeah, he's a power back, but he's so small. He's really not built like one. This is a tough read for any quarterback, let alone a youngster that's struggling. I want Lockett to actually just run the out so I know what he's running rather than him deciding, and that's why we do it. And we lose a yard. Why is Lockett going? He's trying to leave the end zone, but more importantly, that throw, dude, that was really bad. And we're going to try to run with Hikaru, who finally gets a lane and gets his first rushing touchdown of his career, I believe. There might have been a QB sneak, but let's be honest. Do we really count those? I don't know. But Hikaru in for the touchdown. It was looking a little iffy there from the 4, going backwards. Going forward, backwards. Finally utilizing legs and scores. I mean, a lot has to go right for us to ever get a scrambling play. And thankfully on that one, right as we were going to need to scramble. Ooh, that guy looks open deep. We missed with Poor. That's a huge mistake. Although... Fumble recovery. I was about to say, I seen Jamal Adams coming up, and he forces the hit. The ball is out, and this time there's nobody to save a fumbling Detroit Lion, and we recover. I believe that was Mafe on the recovery, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, showing Kenneth Walker off to an okay start today. Play action with Fant kind of peeling out here. A little worrisome. I was just going to keep the dive. And there is a nice throw to DK Metcalf. Once again, under immense pressure, but so open that he kind of just needed to get the ball there, and Metcalf would do the rest, and that's exactly what happens for another first down. Nice little play. If we could double team this guy, because he's gonna get out there, I feel, but if he doesn't, I mean, that's apparently that's a double team on him. He literally just burned us anyways. Who even is this guy out here? Is he's even good? Romeo Aquara? That's our attempt at a double team. The slot wide receiver gets there. Good job by Metcalf, even though he got absolutely crushed. Like, why would the double team have the slot receiver getting in there? That just makes no sense. All right, paying attention to how they're going to play this. Lockett. Ah, they get in there instantly. They did bring the blitz in fairness. Hikaru taking a bit of punishment on that one. Holy. I mean, never really had a chance. I was looking at Lockett, but they were kind of baiting that out. I think the safety was going to get that. And that's a tough one, and a little ill-advised missed throw there, but we will get the field goal. And it's funny that I bring this up, but I'm thinking, let me know what you guys think. This is a little out of, character here, but with no matter how the sliders are, field goals for a user are really easy. I think anything under 50, I should let the AI kick, so then there are a chance. They're like under 50-yard kicks miss all the time in the real world, but in game it's like almost impossible to miss them as a user unless it's raining. I think I'm gonna sim all under 50 kicks for us going forward. Oh, did not mean to do that though, because otherwise how are we gonna miss a kick? Like we'll just never miss a field goal. We're literally gonna go 40 for 40 every single season outside of like the long kicks, like we said, because it's too long, and it's those are a little bit tougher, because if you miss the accuracy on a 50 plus by even a little bit, the game's like, okay, yeah, you missed that. That's you idiot, stupid head idiot. But I think that's what I'm going to do going forward. And I'm not trying to cover myself like, oh, what an idiot, he just simmed a kick and missed it. And I actually was thinking about it before that happened. The timing on that was just insane, similar to the Tua thing. But back in announcers, go football. Of course, 1st and 10 after that play underneath Barton. Nice hit. DeAndre Swift's taking a little bit of punishment. Kind of started out delivering the punishment, and now he's taking a little bit more heat than he started with. I'll tell you what. Oh Lord, let's get Porter out there. Davenport on the double. We got a little bit of push on that outside, and Woolen's got to stop that, dude. You're not in position to make that play, dude. I was literally going to go for the tackle because I was like, that's 3rd and 2 if we stop him. And instead, it's a fresh set of downs and a likely run. Obviously, we have the speed and size to recover on almost any press, so we're going to run the man press blitz. Barton can't get there. Uh-oh. Jamal Adams really sold there. Like, sure, it's nice to get a forced fumble that we recover and score off. Well, actually, we didn't score off it, did we? We missed the field goal. But, like, you can't make that mistake. Like, you literally have him for, like, a gain of 4. Instead, it's a 1st down. It could have been way worse. But yeah, Detroit, like they were on that first drive, moving down nicely. It's just, will they turn the ball over or miss that field goal really badly again? I don't know. Well, we got to make every opportunity count. And they're going to run it to the one side. We had it weak a little bit. Good adjustment by them. Bad adjustment by us, but good job on the D-line to save that. I think it was Davenport. Porter. Ooh, that looked like a little bit of movement from Sewell. Even Davenport thought so. And that is a really good hit by Porter. It's still going to be caught, but it's a gain of 5. And instead, it's a 3rd and 4, whereas some other players around here might have given that up for a lot more than that. And Oliver, nice move. Brooks, good tackle, but Jameson Williams, super fast. You do have to kind of play off him a bit. And then, if he does a sit down, it's like, oh, well, GG, he's burned us. You can't stop it. All right, Northcutt, the big man. Oh, my. The big man got hammered. Speaking of, DeAndre Swift again, dude. Guys, a little bit of danger here. You got to be careful. Is that Poona Ford? He's the backup to every inside lineman, so obviously we'll see the field every once in a while. We left that open, but that's okay. Nice hit by Porter on the lead up. Kalen Barnes is a taller guy, kind of, but he's definitely not the biggest. Definitely needs help anytime he can get it. That's why you keep going until the whistle blows. And to the outside, Sidney cannot get him. Really good catch by Swift. Decent throw by Jared Goff, and it'll be another 1st down. Diggs one-on-one against Hawkinson. That could be the mismatch. I mean, pre-snap, it's definitely the mismatch. Picked by Sidney. And I did not want to go out of there. I was just, trying to cut back, maybe see a lane to the 20 on a touchback. Little bit of a late throw. If he throws that on the break, maybe, but after the fact, just no chance. I will say the pressure was starting to get there, and obviously nobody really got open. That is amazing coverage across the board, and with that being that will be another turnover, stopping them from scoring. You know, we've done okay on offense, but they've done better. They just haven't scored, as Kenneth going to try to cut back, cannot, and Gabe Jackson, who just returned this week. Oh, no. My back. That looks so fake. My man's is trying to collect checks because he knows he's gone after this season. And that's a tough throw. And Noah Fant's going to catch it. What a good throw by Hikaru, delivering right down the middle there. A little bit more back spasms. A little bit more decisive with the ball there. Let's actually go with this play action. As I don't like, the RPO on that at all. And that's a tough throw, but once again, that left tackle was given up instantly. We had to get rid of it. Oh, maybe he didn't. I saw this. I saw him get a nice push, but he actually did pretty well. I could have stopped and set. That's a really big L from us. Should still be hitting that throw, though. Considering he's wide open, that's not a lot to ask for. If he's covered, fair enough, but wide open, you literally just have to float it to him. That's a bad decision. No, it's not. Nisraldeen. No, it's not. It's Hightower. I don't know why I thought that was Nisraldeen. Words are hard to see. Is that Dante Hightower? Who is that? It's clearly someone that's not very athletic or very good because it just went right over his head. And under pressure, still going to deliver it to Lockett. Considering the line is still playing like the usual line, it's been a pretty decent game for Hikaru. Obviously, he got away with one a little bit there. But still, under pressure like a moaf. Can't really blame it. Play action Metcalf. If we actually get time, this could be decent. And it's not decent because we don't get time. That's a little bit of a late hit from Aiden Hutchinson, but either way, will be a throwaway. No turnover. Keep the drive going. No loss of downs or yardage or anything like that. It's fine. It's fair enough. Let's get Fant going to the end zone. Just try to drag that safety out if we can. And that's a perfect play. Lockett. Touchdown. Hikaru's second of the day. Obviously, this one's an actual passing touchdown, which we love to see. And we are now up 14-0, assuming we hit the extra point. You had the Hightower really making some bad plays this game, at least this drive specifically, knocking his own cornerback out of the play, and we'll take it. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line, and there goes Davenport, but we leave up the cutback lane, and Swift is off to the races. Sidney Jones in pursuit, can't catch him. 75-yarder for DeAndre Swift. Davenport thinking, I just made a crazy play. It's going to be a tackle for a loss. And instead, the fullback gets a piece of him. The safeties, the linebackers are all selling. And that is a rushing touchdown. Swift looking a lot faster than I would have thought, to be honest. That was actually a really good run. You can see we get off the line immediately. Cody Barton here gets blocked up by the guy that was blocking. And it's a perfect seal. I will say, Sidney Jones plays this really badly, and even worse is Jamal Adams. I mean, that is just poor. Northcutt obviously getting blocked up hard. Ed Oliver selling as he's just blocking himself pretty much. I mean, that's just the perfect storm. 2:31 in the second. That could be, in a way, a bad thing, because once again, they have gotten on the field nicely on us. Oh, Caldwell looked pretty decent for a second there. They've looked pretty good down the field on us. They just can't finish the drive with a score. So in theory, if they're going to play as well as they have, they're probably going to get another scoring type drive, and then if they finish the drive, they could have scored, given us 0 time. But now we might be able to erase that real quick and get ball at half. And Kenneth, taking the lane that he had, gains about 6. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning, up by 7 with ball at half, and the ball here. So if we're truly going to believe Hikaru's the guy, we have to at least have this be the last drive of the game. No, turnovers. Good job by Kenneth. No turnovers, giving them a chance before half. If we have to punt it, put them in a bad spot with the punt. That's all we can ask for at this point. Let's see if Moore can get the wiggle, and then a slant from Lockett. I like that. Metcalf one-on-one. Not really open. Oh, I did not see that guy, and we just talked about it. Poor Reed. Get out there! And Banson's not going to touchdown. There were a lot of bodies on the inside there, and they were all like, I don't understand what kind of defense this is. That was just strange. Like, you have these two guys here. I didn't even see them with the logo there. And then Melifonwu just makes an insane play cutting back. I thought he was going to be the one to cover him because you can see Hightower is getting beat. And, of course, cuts back, pick six. Literally just talked about it, too. Literally just talked about it. And what do? We do exactly what we said we can't do. There's a good throw, though. Xavier Moore down to the 41. This was looking like one of those games that, you know, maybe is a perfect game for Akaru. Instead, here we are. That's a disaster. Metcalf on the one-on-one. Gonna throw the floater. Metcalf is gone. Why do teams go one-on-one with no safety help? The guy actually played okay, but DK Metcalf is him. You know, he's just going to outrun you at the end of the day anyways. No safety help. I guess, to be fair, the inside play with Moore must have tricked him. Yeah, I mean, the safety's definitely looking at Noah Fant and Xavier Moore, who, in fairness, did just make a play. But we'll take it. Touchdown. Obviously, if we stop them like this will be exactly what we had before that drive, you know, that pick six ever happened. But if they score, it's really bad, especially since we had a chance to go up by... Nice hit by Adams. We had a chance to go up by 2 touchdowns rather than just 1 touchdown. Putting over on that other side. Davenport. Club over move doesn't work. Try the other side. Doesn't work. Sidney Jones with a nice hit to the knee. And I'm not going to call a timeout because 3rd and 2 is very manageable. And, of course, they even feel that way as they're trying here to get themselves the first. And, wow, that is some route by Hawkinson. And, of course, we kind of ran into our own guy there, which doesn't help. I don't want to call a timeout because even though we're reeling a little bit, the clock is against them in a way. That guy is so open. We got it with Barton. There is nobody around. I get it, right? The pressure is not there because we only brought 3, but that was like 10 seconds or something. Like, how many seconds was it? That was all day. We covered everyone we could, and then as soon as he broke free, works out. And, of course, they do have that time. No, they do not, actually. I thought they hurried up. I guess not. 16 seconds from the 12. No timeouts. Stepping up on Hawkinson underneath. He needs to get out of bounds and does. Could be a flag, actually. I seen a timeout here. Roughing the passer. Beautiful play. Free set of downs to the 6. All right, boys. You live and die as a unit. When one of you commits a penalty, all of you commit a penalty. So somebody better make a play here. Oh, and Nwosu. And Nwosu. And a really bad decision by Detroit. No points. We'll say the checkdowns are usually good against us for a gain of a 5 or 6, pretty much guaranteed. But that time we had it covered. And obviously looking at the stats, we have a lot of passing yards. We said we were going to focus on running the ball today, but really haven't. Really haven't needed to be fair. So going to continue to hopefully dominate the way we have. I don't know if I want to focus on throwing medium, but I suppose we will. And as far as stopping them goes, I guess short route. Whatever can get us to the quarterback faster is the issue. Like, that's the issue right now. The coverage is fine. We just can't get to the quarterback. Our pressure sucks. And I get it. Kenneth Walker is our guy. But, like, not everything's Kenneth Walker. Can we relax? And they got the 2 linebackers here. It'd be smart for us to throw it, but at the same time, I don't really like what we got in the pass game there. So, run it, gain 2. It's something. For a moment there, it looked like nobody was gonna, block at all. We got something. Comeback route's dead. Xavier Moore is wide open. Try to cut move, doesn't really work. I'd love to see Kenneth actually try to block, though. He's like literally just stops playing. Like, look at Kenneth over there. Like, he just stops. What is he doing? Even if he's mad with like the amount of the ball he's seen today, I don't really care. Like, it's a team game, bro. Kenneth Walker, nice stiff arm. Once again, the blocks aren't great, but gains about 3 or 4. Play action cross. You got Metcalf running to the other side of the field. I would like to throw the ball to Lockett, but it's just the short side. Oh, there goes a really bad throw, but a great catch by Arcega. I tried to just float it over to him because I wanted to make sure he caught the ball, and instead it was just like a super windup. Barely got the ball off with Hutchinson right on us. 3rd and 3. Do we really trust our blockers? Play actions, bit decent actually. I'd want Riggs to just be a straight up blocker. I want the line to slide left. Let's see what we got. What we got is a wide open Noah Fant. I ain't gonna risk it for anyone. Sorry, Lockett, maybe you're gonna break free, but I'm not risking that at all. It's hard to tell because Metcalf even looked a little open, and there's a corner that was hesitating. He's like, do I cover Metcalf or do I cover Lockett, I mean, they're both pretty decent here. And this could be decent even, but really depends on what we do off that edge. And we're going to have to cut it inside as we were never getting around that. Hutchinson was setting that edge up. Lockett's never a guy that I would trust too much with a block anyways. We gained 2. And that's risky. It's just so hard to tell, right? Like, it's just... Like, you have to make split-second decisions. And on that play, the flat should be open, dude. There's no reason for that guy to jump that. And we're not going to get it out to the running back. I waited because Kenneth Walker, unless he broke a tackle, which, I mean, sure, he is doable for that. Oh, that's going to be a punt. That sucks. Take the negatives with the positives. It is what it is. Barnes, you want to, like, not go all the way over? Like, it's a very good chance that that ball is going to the left, and it does. Barton gaining only a 3 on that. Swift, I mean, started off really well. Obviously, had that insane cutback, which was a perfect block set. But overall, I mean, he's not really... Okay, well, there he goes. Oh, there he goes, some more. I was about to say, he's not really killing us, but I suppose at this rate, it's not really luck anymore if he's broken off 3 20-plus yard runs. Just got to get that D-line working, dude. At Oliver, and we get sealed off again. Broken tackle again. Huge hit by Woolen, but a first down. I mean, if our focus is the short game, like, should we not be decent at stopping the run as well? Because we're close to the line of scrimmage. Oh, that's a really good route. I mean, nobody's covering that. Although his foot never got down, apparently. Well, maybe one of them, but not both. Pressing up again. Adams on the other side as Cindy probably needs to help more. Oh, that's a terrible play by us. Don't know why we thought we were going to get that. Pull the Tariq Woolen there. All right, no choice but the blitz off the same side. Can't really step into the ball that much with the ball, you know, with the players coming off. And we have the tight end, and that's going to be a coverage sack on a blitz, which is weird to say, but Ed Oliver injured now. This is why you pay Poona Ford. Maybe not as much as we did pay him. And who drew Morstead's jersey there? Like some 7-year-old? Like, what is that? Like, that just looks awful. It's terrible looking. Oh, that is really bad blocking. Oh, my. Caldwell never had a chance, but still a 7-point lead with ball. Ed Oliver's fine, but Poona Ford's still going to be our guy. That's, like I said, why you have him. Got the backups. Not really worried about it. Let's go with the blast play as that other side looks pretty covered. And there it goes. Kenneth Walker gaining about 15. Slipping off of tackles. 9 for 54. Not a bad little game. Obviously, it'd be nice to get more carries and obviously a touchdown or two, but we will take what we can get. And something tells me they have this pretty well covered except for Moore's route. Oh, there goes Noah Fant, and it's wildly missed. Might have even had that left side for a streak, but, I mean, if you can't hit the throw over the middle, hitting the throw to the side is going to be even tougher. Now we actually made the right read. Lockett looked open because his guy wasn't on him, but the safety ran right into. And that's a tough throw, but it's a dot. I just don't understand. He hits it perfectly into triple, but misses the wide open one to Fant over the middle of the field. I don't know if he just gets excited because he sees that, you know, there's like, oh, damn, we got a huge play coming, or what's the story, but at least we're getting Lockett involved more, and that's really the best thing we could say about the whole situation. 8-yard gain for Kenneth. Would have loved to see him get through there. He's super fast. Surprised he didn't, but we'll take what we can get. And here, I actually don't mind this because I think we will be able to cut that back left or back right against the tackle here. And we were right. We were right. Holding on to the ball and gaining about 8 RPO, but almost impossible to throw this off. Oh, what a block by Metcalf. Bo Melton taken to the 25. Did you see that? The guy was coming up for maybe even a chance at the ball, and Metcalf said no. Look at how far he pushes him. I thought I was watching The Blind Side. Sandra Bullock somewhere. She's somewhere. 2nd and 3 from the 25-yard line. Kenneth Walker up the middle. Nice run, cutting it back, slipping behind the blocks to the 10. We have ourselves a man in the zone. A man on a mission. And we have nowhere to go. Throw away. That play from the snap did kind of look tough. I didn't see all the routes. I seen Metcalf out the gate. Could have thrown it, obviously, if I had to, but didn't really feel like we needed to. Look for that back right to Moore. Didn't see it. Did not look at the sit down, and I probably should have. Which, speaking of, that's going to be picked. Oh, I'm sick. Especially the trash can Hightower. I don't know if that actually is Dante Hightower, but he's been terrible, whoever it is. How is he not catching this? Was it just that badly thrown? It was behind him, in fairness. But how? Do better, Arcega, man. Oh, that was the drive to win the game. Like, if we score a touchdown, I mean, even a field goal at that point, probably we win the game. And instead, of course, that happens. Ball was thrown to the side, unfairness, but still. Oh, interceptions every day of the week. Can't get out there in time. St. Brown, who I have not seen all day, I don't believe, gets the first down to kind of get them out of their own end zone. Bunch of tight ends in on a likely run. No guarantees, but I'll tell you what, Sidney Jones is on his own. And Northcutt tries. Northcutt actually sold, but they're going to call an illegal block in the back earlier. That's harsh, but it's fair. All the way back to their own 27. That is pain. End of the third, looking at the stats, I mean, we should be up by more. Simply put, we should be up by more. We have played a balanced game, a better game, and we actually finished out a lot of our drives with scores, but that pick right there was really bad, dude. It was really bad. Brooks, man, we are selling. I mean, look at Swift, dude. 20 yards, easy. Like, can we stop the run at all? Like, how many damn linebackers do we need in? We got a ton of big boys in there, too. Finally, a little stop. I mean, we're going to be honest. Brooks has been killed all damn game. Last second switch. I'm sure that won't hurt us. Oh, that's a decent one. Good play by Diggs, but I'm going to be honest with you. The only guy that really stopped that from being caught is Jared Goff. That was a really bad throw. Odell, I believe that is who they have, was pretty open. Speaking of Odell, we picked that up nicely. Throw to Swift there is going to lead to nothing. They're going to have to punt it. Good bend, don't break defense. But a little bit more, less bendy than normal, I suppose. Obviously, if it was a bend, don't break proper, it would be, you know, giving up like a field goal or something like that. Or taking the ball away last second. And that, speaking of, that was a little iffy. That elbow wasn't down yet, and it was kind of out there for the taking. Liam Neeson style. I said it. Taken. I really want to just run the double slant, but we're going to run up the middle. And we're going to get some good blocks. There goes Metcalf with a block. Kenneth is gone. 82 yards. I don't know what they thought we were going to run, but they had all the edges covered, and there was really no help on the inside, and that will be the dagger. At first, I was like, Metcalf, are you kidding me? Completely misses his block, but the corner's so far off, and he's so slow compared to Kenneth. I mean, look at him getting burned. That it's just he never had a chance. You're never going to see me complain about an 82-yard run unless it's on the other side. Swift being out 82-yarded, even though his was like a 75-yarder. Can't get out there, but guess what? Davenport can. What a play by Davenport there. Brooks is a really good blitzer, but I kind of want him to drop back. And he's in trouble. Good throw. Adams all over it. Glad they didn't call PI. We did slow down maybe a little too much, but it works out. Great defense. 3rd and 10. Game's still not over. If they were able to score a touchdown on this drive, obviously anything can happen. Northcutt on the interior, going against the double. I mean, it's kind of tough. Woolen picked! What a goddamn play! He literally toe-tapped over Odell. And he could go through objects. What a man. Odell has been killing on those all day, but Woolen all over it. Barely gets the feet. Look at this one. Bam! The toe tip of a century. Thank God we didn't lose to the Lions, dude. Up there, over him. Literally dunks on Odell. And the toe tap, I believe it was subtle. It was super subtle. Gets it barely. Right there. And I know he's slightly hovering, but it's Madden after all. That counts as a toe tap. Kenneth, who's still in the zone for how long? I don't know. I'm not really too worried about it, as we pretty much have the game locked up anyways, whether he does really well or not. Gets a yard still in the zone. We're doing our damnedest to get him out of the zone, though, I'll tell you what. Screen pass. Nice play. Nice cutback. We went a little early, but, no one should really be expecting the cutback that early, so Can't really blame us for it. It just didn't work out. 3rd and 7 from the 45. Going to try and convert here. And that's a tough one, but ends up getting it as Hightower, whoever the hell. Yeah, it was Hightower who, like I said, has been awful all day. It's shocking that he even came away with that pick earlier. Gets beat. 1st down, Noah Fant. A lot of people involved today. And I know it's crazy, but I'm going for the jugular here, especially with the safety coming up. Metcalf's one-on-one. Oh, come on, Hikaru. We slipped in behind them. That was the game. I mean, obviously, it's pretty much game anyways, but you never know. Blocked field goal keeps it alive. Touchdown you can't come away from if you're them. As Kenneth is trucking for 5. Wow, what a play. That was a beautiful one, of course. Rushing offense is normally not super great yards per game, but yards per play is. So, obviously, the numbers look a little skewed there. It's like 29th. What? This team, 29th? It's like, yeah, well, technically, but as far as efficiency goes, we're one of the best, and that's going to knock them out of the zone and make us kick a field goal, I believe. No, he's still in the zone, but he's still kicking a field goal. Myers hits that one, and this time, a screen pass, really? So we know the actual play itself. Like, this is so broken. Like, what? How is that fair in a fumble? Mafe hurdling, touchdown. Now it's completely out of hand. Oh my, was that Davenport on the force? I can't tell because Ed Oliver, when he's healthy, seems to be in on every forced turnover. And I think he was the one that had his legs, did he? I'm pretty sure. Actually, Ed Oliver might be injured still. Yeah, it was Davenport and Nwosu. Good job by Mafe, and defense is trying to hype up. It doesn't matter. Oh, he's pissed. Whoo! Hightower's mad. Yeah, this is one of those games where you look at the end result and you're like, wow, that Detroit Lions team is in full rebuild mode. They're not good if they're getting destroyed by the Seahawks like that. But you actually watch the game. It was close for the most part, and they just really fell apart. And wow, big hit on Jameson. Honestly, with hits like those, fumbles like that, a quarterback getting hit the way he has, at this point they should really just call it, you know? And I'm going to get a pick with Kalen Barnes if I can. And we jumped early. No. Good tackle by Barnes, though. I mean, I felt like with the pressure they had, he had to throw at the time I was going for it, but apparently our guy missed or something. I don't know what happened there, but it is what it is. Squiggle over the middle. Oh, wait, that's so stupid, dude. It shows the route, but it shows it's squiggly for us. Oh, he went for the jump. Good patience by... Oh, he hurdles. Nice hit by Diggs. Good patience by Goff there. If he wasn't patient there, he would have thrown a pick. We made a really good jump there, but obviously he made the right call by not doing that. Oh, we missed hard, but we kind of had to, right? Good tackle attempt. They're moving. I mean, Swift has had a crazy game, though. And both teams, terrible rushing offense ranks, but really good numbers today. We've been struggling a little bit. We're in man on Odell. He's running that same route as he has all day. Safety help. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was not a good decision by Goff. My man's trying to kill him. Changing the lineup here. Oh, there goes Hawkinson falling down. Sydney! Good D again. 4th and 10. Perfect timing on that. We're going to put Kalen Barnes in a position to try and get the game-winning sack here, especially since we know it's a drag, so we don't really need his help underneath here that much. And picked by Sidney Jones. And normally you probably would just, fall down on it, but we don't need to, stop that badly. Sidney with 2 picks today. Could have himself a breakout in the future. Have 2 superstar corners. Of course, they had this formation on the 82-yard run. I'm not really sure what this is. Oh, Kenneth hurdling over a guy on top of it. I could say, I suppose on that one it did play a little bit better, but look at that. Over 500 yards of offense today. And a victory for the Seahawks. That is always a fun thing to say, and always a thing we're hoping to say. Saleh, the coach, clearly it doesn't seem like a coaching problem. It seems like it's just the Detroit Lions problem. Obviously a 38-14 win. Obviously a better game for Hikaru. Would have loved to see those 2 interceptions not exist. First one, not really a bad accuracy thing, but a bad read. Second one, definitely a bad accuracy thing, but Arcega-Whiteside could have done a little bit better for him. Of course, looking at the battle of the quarterbacks, still a better game, in my opinion, for Mr. Hikaru. And obviously DK Metcalf had himself another decent game. Lockett got involved more. Noah Fant was all right. Xavier Moore looked really good, and then we couldn't get the ball to him for the rest of the game, sadly. Obviously, the both running backs were insane in that one. Of course, looking at the actual numbers for receiving, Lockett, 77 yards. We actually held Jameson pretty nicely. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his yards are probably all off of that one play where, it took so long and they finally got it to him deep. 53 for Noah Fant, 43 for Xavier Moore, 95 and a touchdown for Metcalf. Gotta love to see that. Sack totals, we had a little bit of pressure, but more importantly, when we had the pressure, we made it count. We took the ball away a lot from them in that game, and ultimately, it was the main reason why we won the game. We hit all of our goals as well, which is pretty cool. Of course, Kenneth Walker and Hikaru have upgrades, which is super fun. Might have to change Kenneth Walker's ability as well. Let's try to get him to 90 juke move if we can. I think that'll happen right here on this upgrade. I'm feeling good about it. Oh, +2, but it was to spin. What's his change direction? 92 now. Abilities, Jukebox and Bulldozer, which is just filthy. I think we already did that, actually. Ratings, Hikaru. Deep accuracy is a little iffy, but medium and short is really what he needs. I'm going to go Improviser. If it sucks, I'm not doing it. But he did go up in overall. He's a 71 overall now. 1 to throw on the run, 1 on the medium. 2 under pressure, 1 to sack. Break sack anyways. Under pressure is nice. So +2 to throw under pressure. He's like 78 at pretty much everything at this point other than deep accuracy. So he is getting better. He's getting better. It's just he had a really bad start off with those interceptions and a very tough matchup next week going against the Rams. Then after that, another tough matchup in the Ravens. And then another tough matchup in the Cardinals. We did see the Niners lost, but the Cardinals continue to win. So they're 5-2, tied with the Niners at the top of the division. But we're not going anywhere. Obviously, it could hurt us that we lost the sweep to the Niners. But overall, 4-3, still on par for a shot at the playoffs. And next week, going into LA, definitely a tough one. This is a tough stretch. We'd like to at least win one of the 3 games. If we come out 0-3, maybe we're not looking so good for the playoffs anymore. But if we win at least one, I'll feel all right because it is a tough stretch. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoy this one, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PKR Plays. And once again, if you're not new, really appreciate your continued support a ton on the videos, on the series. And yeah, I don't know what's going to be tomorrow. Maybe another Seahawks franchise video, maybe some Vikings. I am not 100% sure. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, might be a rebuild a little bit later today. See ya!